Hey everybody, you are watching Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. So welcome. Happy Thursday to you all. It is Thursday, April 19th, 2012. And I'm your Thursday vlogger, Stephanie. My YouTube channel name is BanditStephanie. And coming to you guys with this week's question. Perfect question for my week, so I'll get right to it. So the question is, did you have a negative self-body image pre-op? Do you still have the same negative body image today? Why or why not? It's a great question, and so I will get right to it. Did I have a negative self-body image pre-op? Absolutely. I started my journey at 313.6 pounds. I am 5'4", so my BMI I think started out at a 53 or 54. And you know, there was a point in time where I didn't even want to look at myself in the mirror. I got to a point where I didn't even want to go shopping for clothes anymore because it was just so depressing, and it seemed like even the biggest clothes that a store would have sometimes wouldn't even fit. And so I kind of got to a point where I was just like ordering my clothes offline, and you know, I didn't even want to try anything on. I would just order something offline, the biggest size that the store had, and you know, get it and just wear it. So, you know, I had this image of myself, and you know, to the point where I wouldn't even really want to go out to eat because it would cross through my mind, like, am I going to have trouble fitting in a booth at a restaurant? Like, how embarrassing is that? You know, at work, I don't want to get up out of my seat and walk to the bathroom. People are going to see me, and, you know, I don't want anybody to be looking at me. Just things like that. It's like, it's no way to go through life. I was lap banded at 25 years old, so, you know, I mean, being at a young age, being a single girl, it's like, I felt invisible, and for a good reason, because I didn't want to be noticed. I didn't want to be seen. I wasn't happy with myself. I didn't love myself. So how am I going to let anybody else in? You know, it's something I've struggled with my entire life. I've been overweight for as long as I can remember. So I'd say once I started, maybe when I lost my first 50 pounds, I kind of started noticing some changes in my body, and you know, I slowly but surely started appreciating you know, the changes. And if you don't follow my journey, I reached my goal weight of 145 pounds on Valentine's Day of this year, and I'm currently sitting under my goal weight at around 135 pounds. So I've lost somewhere around 180 pounds in about 13 months. So that kind of brings me to the next question of, do you still have the same negative body image today? And while it's not exactly the same as it was pre-op, I definitely still do struggle with this a lot. And I think a lot of it has to do with you know, how fast this all happened for me. 13 months is a short amount of time to lose all of my weight. And a lot of people say this, but it takes your body, or it takes your mind a while to catch up to your body. So for me, I look in the mirror these days, and you know, I immediately go look at the things I don't like. I don't know if you guys will really be able to see me, but so, you know, I immediately, if I'm looking in the mirror, I immediately look right at my stomach, and I say, oh, I don't like that about myself. Or I look at my thighs and say, oh, I really don't like that. And it's actually a topic that I started talking to my therapist about this week. I started seeing a therapist maybe about a month ago, and this issue was actually brought up this week, and I realize now that it's something that's going to take a long time to work on. And I understand that, but my therapist told me, and when she said this, it just clicked. She said, when you look in the mirror, you're looking at body parts. You're looking at individual parts of you. You're not looking at the whole you. And when she said that, it clicked, and I said, she's right. You know, I'm not looking at the whole picture. And I think it's almost a comfort thing. So it almost makes me feel, it's really hard to explain, but it almost brings me to a normal, or, you know, kind of how I used to feel, as opposed to embracing my new body, embracing my new self, and being happy with it. I'm the type of person that I always look at the negatives in everything. And so this is no different for me. And so my challenge this week from her was to look at myself in the mirror and, you know, tell myself something I like about myself. Whether that be, you know, your eyebrows look good today, or your hair looks nice today, or, you know, you have a nice smile, or, you know, my nails, I like my nails today, something like that, as opposed to immediately going to the things I don't like. And at that same token, looking at myself as a whole, understanding that everybody has something that they don't like about themselves. That goes for probably 99% of women or people in general. There's something you don't like about yourself, and everybody struggles with it. Have you guys seen in magazines, I mean, how many times have you seen, do you like your thighs? Do you like your butt? How to improve this? I mean, it's just how society is. So while I do not have the same negative image of myself, it's still something that I struggle with, and it's something that I'm going to work on. And I think that maybe for me, it might take, you know, the rest of my plastic surgeries for me to really embrace my change and appreciate my body. And I know even then there's probably something I'm going to find that I don't like about myself. So I'm really going to concentrate this week on looking in the mirror and telling myself something I like about myself. I started that this morning. I was doing my makeup, and I said, you know, your eyebrows look pretty good. So it's a small step, but it's a positive step in a good direction. So I encourage you guys all to do the same thing. Find the positives that you like, whether it be, you know, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your hair, your smile, anything. And I know that for me, one day I will get to a point where I have a positive self-image of myself, but it definitely really takes a long time for the mind to catch up to the body. And I think that's understandable, and it's something that I've accepted. So I guess that's my answer to this week's question about negative self-body image, and it's definitely a work in progress, something that'll probably take a long time, as it probably will for many of you. It's just part of the journey. It's part of this whole thing, and you know, it's just an added thing we have to work on, and that's okay. Continuous improvement, continuous learning. It's what this journey is all about. So, again, I am Stephanie, your Thursday Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works vlogger. And until next Thursday, when I see you guys next week with next week's question, I hope you guys all have a good week, have a good weekend. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one, guys. Bye.